Rugby Pod. I'm Johnnie Hammond. It's just a short, sharp news bulletin of a podcast this week ahead of will be a busy autumn campaign. We're hoping to get inside the Black Ferns camp. We're hoping to get inside the Red Roses camp, plus all the news from all the other international teams as well. So a huge few weeks coming up. So today, it's just short and sharp with every single bit of news from around the oval world. And who better to give you that news, deliver that news for you, but Nandi Buthelezi. Here's Nandi's news.
Well, thank you so much, Johnnie, for that warm welcome. I am, of course, Nandi Buthelezi, coming from all the way in South Africa, and I'm here with your international news right here on the Women's Rugby Pod. We do start things off in England with the Prem Cup set to commence on the 30th of October in a two-pool round-robin tournament consisting of the Premier 15s teams. Some results to bring you from the Championship. England's second tier of League Rugby in the North, Cheltenham bagged a massive victory, winning 38-0 against Kenilworth, while Furwood Waterloo lose 17-27 against Barnsley. Harrogate also suffer a loss, losing 10-38 to West Park Leeds, while Lichfield bagged a 35-14 victory against Safdon. Loughborough Town also bagged a victory, winning 36-7 against Novo Castians. Cheltenham, Loughborough Town and West Park Leeds all sit at the top of the table on 15 points. And over in the South, Bath won 44-13 against Supermarine, while Blackheath lose 7-24 against Old Albanians. Henley bagged a victory against Buckingham Swans, winning 48-12, while Thurrock also bagged a massive victory against Reading Abbey, winning 50-0. Hove lose 15-23 to Richmond. Thurrock and Bath joined top of the table on 14 points, with Henley and Richmond close behind in third and fourth place with 12 points. It marked a special occasion for Bath ladies, who saw their first competitive fixture at the Rec, the home of Bath RFC, after the Saracens versus Bath men's game to a crowd of 3,000. This is great support from the club and, of course, of the women's game. We love it. Over in Ireland, the Ireland Energy League has no fixtures this week, but we can definitely look forward to some action over the weekend between Old Belvedere versus Ballincollig. Cook will take on Blackrock, Galwegians will take on Stettonians, Wicklow will take on Malone, and it'll be a top-of-the-table clash between UI Bohemian and Railway Union. In France, round 4 of Elite 1 took place and Lens lost 7-41 against Stade Toulousain, while ASM Roquebrune bagged a massive 54-3 victory against Stade Rennais. AC Pobogny won 16-5 against Stade Francais, with Grenoble on a bye weekend. In Pool 2, Stade Bordelais won 24-20 against Montpellier, while Blackneck Rugby bagged a massive 68-0 victory against AS Béarnais. RC Chile Mazarin also bagging a victory, winning 47-5 against Lille. Lyon was on a bye this weekend. This sees Stade Toulousain extend their lead at the top of the table in Pool 1 with 20 points and ASM Roquebrune on 14 points. But in Pool 2, it's a fight for the top spot with both Montpellier and Blackneck on 15 points. Bordeaux just close behind them on 13 points. There's no Iberdrola League this week, but this weekend it returns with Eibar top of the table. Round 4 will see St. Cuga take on Cisneros, Sanse will take on Krat, and Mahadonda will take on Olympic, and Sevilla will take on Avia. The Rugby Europe Trophy commenced at the weekend, and this is the second Division Rugby Europe Championship, the first being the Six Nations, consisting of a round robin between Sweden, Finland, Czech Republic, and of course Switzerland. At the weekend, Sweden beat Finland 24-10, and the next match is set to take place on the 30th of October between Sweden and Czech Republic. And over in Africa, in the second round of the three-team Africa tournament, Senegal came back from their defeat against Tunisia to beat Côte d'Ivoire 45-5. And in the final of the tournament, Tunisia thumped Côte d'Ivoire 61-0 to win the trophy. Congratulations. Faced with a less experienced Ivorian team, Tunisia's strong 15 background proved too much for Côte d'Ivoire. And over to Spain, it was an international sevens tournament this week, and the hosts were joined by Poland, Belgium, Ireland, and an invitational group called Vierta Casablanca Sevens. Ireland came off victorious, going undefeated throughout the entire tournament, beating Poland 36-0 in the final. Wales RFU have announced and confirmed their coaching team for the World Cup period. Owen Cunningham will lead the coaching team for the next 12 months up to and during the World Cup. He will be assisted by Geraint Lewis, Richard Whiffen, and World Rugby coaching intern Sophie Spence. And over in World Rugby has announced its Youth Unstoppables initiative in the women's game. The Youth Unstoppables program will spotlight a group of 17 inspirational and aspirational young female players who are overcoming challenges and paving the way across 14 rugby unions across the globe. That's all from me this week, Johnnie. See you next week.
I'm Stacey Flula, and you're listening to the Women's Rugby Pod.
Yes, a great initiative that, isn't it, from World Rugby, the Youth Unstoppables. Thank you very much, Nandi Buthelezi, bringing great energy to the pod. That's about it this week. No Premier 15s news, of course. Couple of week break in that competition here in England, because players going off to join up with all their national teams, England, Ireland, Wales, we've got Scotland, Japan, Canada, USA, you name it. All of these international players playing in the Premier 15s here in England. Just a few shout-outs to finish then. And we will stay in England for that. Laura Capo. Chapeau to you. 300th appearance for Richmond at the weekend. You've done so many different roles at the club. Been an absolute stalwart. You really, really have. She's captain of the Richmond side, playing in the Championship South at the moment. Absolutely brilliant. What an achievement from Laura. And perhaps back end of the season, we'll see what Richmond are up to and get Laura on the pod. But yeah, huge congratulations from everyone here at the WRP to you, Laura. Big shout out to Hackney RFC, who fielded their thirds for the first time this weekend. They played Thurrock seconds in the IWS. Congratulations to Zara O'Toole and the rest of the Hackney crew. Amy Barrett-Theron, the South African international referee, made her debut of the weekend, becoming the first South African woman to referee a United Rugby Championship fixture, the third female referee in the URC ever. She refereed the 3-4 game between Benetton and Treviso and received high praise for delivering what was a brilliant line. If you haven't heard it, then do check it out on socials. She said to one of her players, "I've come all this way to referee rugby and not be a childminder. You've got 10 minutes to sort it out," just before half-time. Absolutely brilliant work from Amy. Well done to you. Fabulous person, as well as being a brilliant referee. We finish, sadly, on some tragic news from New Zealand. Our hearts and thoughts go out to the New Zealand rugby family, and in particular the Waikato region. The tragic, sad loss of Sean Wanui, one of rugby's leading lights down in New Zealand, taken far too soon. As ever, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It does make a big difference with all the numbers this end. Give it a little 5-star rating, if you so wish. That would be amazing too. So please do that. We are across all the social media channels at Pod Women's Rugby, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, we are there. And if you haven't already, do check out our stash. Proudly wearing some today. Yeah, the guys at Hallbro, Fergus at Hallbro has sorted that out for us. You've got everything on there: vests, leggings, training tops, mid layers, top layers, bottom layers, left layers, right layers, thin layers, heavy layers, every layer, hats, beanies, caps, all the rest of it. You name it. Those tubey scarf things. Snood, that's the one. www.hallbro.com/WRP. That's www.hallbro.com/WRP. Just leaves me to thank you guys for listening and for watching to the WRP. As I say, really exciting couple of weeks ahead. We're hoping to get into right inside the England camp. Just spend a few hours with them, a day with them, and get their thoughts ahead of what is a really exciting autumn. 2 tests against the Black Ferns, of course. So speaking of them, hoping to get inside their camp as well. Have been training hard over at the Surrey Sports Park in Guildford. So yes, we're hoping to get inside their camp as well. Huge thanks to Tom, to Bluebell, and to Sean, and to Nandi. And Nandi's news, absolutely brilliant as ever. And guys, we will see you a week from now. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, add more substance and less spectacle to your lives. Ta-ta for now.